The June swoon has arrived for the Yankees, though to hear Nestor Cortes say it, nobody is hanging their heads, nobody is panicking. That's what the lefty had to say after this one. The Bombers fall 3-1 to the Atlanta Braves here at Yankee Stadium. They lose 2 out of 3 in the series and have dropped 3 consecutive series after losing just 2 series before that span. Yanks just did not generate much offense against Max Fried. They were limited to Anthony Volpe's run-scoring double in this one, as Cortes actually pitched pretty well. Struck out 7 without a walk, has now compiled a 2.68 ERA in his last 8 starts, but not enough. Jared Kelenic got to him for a home run and drove in another run later in that one, and with the offense stumbling, not much they can do from there. The Yankees do still continue to hold first place and the American League's best winning percentage at .650, although the recent results have not been encouraging heading into this week's Subway Series against the Mets at Citi Field. The recent results just not pretty, especially at a time when the Bombers have been decimated by injuries. Most specifically, they lose Anthony Rizzo earlier in the week. He broke his arm at Fenway Park, and now with the knowledge that Giancarlo Stanton will be on the injured list for at least a month, Stanton saying he's expecting it to be 4 weeks with a strained left hamstring. Remember, he missed 43 games last season with a similar injury, although he said this one does not seem quite as severe. Aaron Boone likening it to getting your lunch handed to you or getting popped in the mouth, what the Yankees are going through right now. And to be honest with you, I would prefer to get my lunch handed to me than to get popped in the mouth. But so the Yanks continuing to try and work through that situation there. And they had a couple of gripes late in this game. Let's talk about those for a second. Both happened, coincidentally enough, with Soto at the plate. In the 6th inning, Volpe doubled, as I mentioned, producing their lone run. And Soto hit a ground ball to short. Now, Volpe took off for third on that, which was an aggressive play, but Boone said he was okay with it. The throw went to third, and Boone actually said that's a pretty daring play on the Braves' half. Replay showed that Volpe was tagged out in time, but the Yankees wondered why the blocking at third base rule wasn't called there. Did he have a clear path to get in there? That was not reviewable, but Boone saying that that has not been called very much this year, and not that he's lobbying for it to get called. He said probably it'll get called one time in a ticky-tack way, and he'll lose his mind at it. And I can certainly see that happening, but his questioning if that should be looked at during the offseason, because it does not appear to be being enforced the way it is in the rule book. And in the 8th inning, Soto had a 2-strike count, and the Yankees are down to their last 4 outs, and he raises up his left hand to ask for time, and there was 1 second left on the clock, I believe, as I looked back on the pitch timer. It was not granted by the home plate umpire, Chris Conroy. Strike 3 came in there right down the middle. Soto didn't like it. He was upset. Boone came out to try and cool things down. And Boone said he did go back and look at it, said he thought Soto got it off in time, but he understands because it was so close to the end there. Soto just can't ask for time with 1 second left on the clock there. So the Yankees, having completed this homestand, they get an off day tomorrow, and then we are across town, Citi Field, for a 2-game Subway Series. In this one, J.D. Davis, who was acquired today from the A's, likely to be starting at first base. Aaron Boone saying that they envision a first base platoon now between Ben Rice and Davis. Davis hits lefties pretty well, so you expect him to be in the lineup probably for both of those Subway Series games, as the Yankees will face off against David Peterson and Sean Manaea. Yankees starters in that series, by the way, Garrett Cole in Game 1, Luis Gil in Game 2. So that's the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Once again, your final score from Yankee Stadium was the Atlanta Braves 3 and the New York Yankees 1. We'll see you on Tuesday.